You got people that win the Nationals, USA, get their pro card. What are you going to do? I'm going to sit out a year. Why?
I don't have any animosity towards the IFBB at all, but this is the Mr. Olympia, the biggest show. I know, people still say, why do you go IFBB? It's like, I can't. I went to PDI, got a year suspension, argued the point, got 2 years suspension. They're not God, even though they think they are God. It's like, it's like anything. They just sit back and, oh, we don't like what you said, so we'll suspend you.
Lee Priest's controversial stance. Alright, buckle up for the wild journey through the controversy-packed world of Lee Priest and his no-holds-barred stance on IFBB policies. Lee Priest, the Australian bodybuilding sensation, wasn't just about flexing muscles. He flexed his opinions too. With a physique that could make Greek gods blush, he became a vocal critic of specific IFBB policies, and he wasn't shy about it. From contest rules to judging decisions, he dissected it all, creating waves in the bodybuilding community. Naturally, the IFBB, the heavyweight organization in the bodybuilding realm, wasn't thrilled about one of their stars publicly airing grievances. It was like watching a heavyweight title fight, with Lee Priest in one corner and the IFBB in the other. Tension soared, drama unfolded, and the clash of titans began.
Yes, the promoters should help. Promoters need to sell tickets and everything else, whether it be pay-per-view.
I might just do one off-season cycle for 6 to 8 weeks to put some more mass on and then go off it, then just keep eating heaps of food.
You shouldn't give out pro cards if you can't meet the pro caliber. Back when we were getting pro cards, pretty much anyone that got their pro card could go on a pro stage.
They're not God, even though they think they are God. It's like, it's like anything. They just sit back and, oh, we don't like what you said, so we'll suspend you. I don't have any animosity towards the IFBB at all, but this is the Mr. Olympia, the biggest show.
But Lee wasn't satisfied with just words. Enter the plot twist: non-sanctioned events. The rebel with a cause decided to participate in competitions that didn't get the IFBB's official stamp of approval. It was a bold move, a middle finger to the establishment, a way of saying, you don't like my opinion? Fine, I'll make my own rules. This audacious move turned into a form of protest, and it was a spectacle that raised eyebrows across the bodybuilding world. But every rebellion has consequences, and for Lee Priest, it came in the form of suspension from the IFBB. The organization wasn't about to let a maverick run amok without repercussions. So there you have it, a tale of bodybuilding renegade unafraid to challenge norms, even if it meant dancing on the edge of the controversy. Lee Priest's controversial stance on IFBB policies became a chapter in bodybuilding history, proving that sometimes you've got to break a few rules to make waves that echo through the ironclad halls of the bodybuilding arena. The criticism dilemma. Let's peel back the layers of the criticism dilemma in bodybuilding and delve into the intriguing world where flexing muscles is applauded, but flexing opinions, not so much. In the glitzy realm of bodybuilding, where sculpted physiques take center stage, there's a glaring double standard when it comes to criticism. While other sports enjoy a free-for-all of opinions and critics, bodybuilding seems to have a handle with care sign plastered all over it. Lee Priest, never one to shy away from controversy, noticed this imbalance and decided to shine a spotlight on it. Picture this: in the world of sports radio shows and interviews, hosts dissect referee decisions, criticize management, and dissect game strategies with gusto. Fans to unleash their opinions on everything from player performance to coaching tactics. It's a healthy part of the sports culture, adding spice to the conversations.
Can you imagine if just everything was just praise, oh what a great decision that was? It makes it more exciting. You need some controversy in anything, Now people still say, why do you go IFBB? It's like, I can't. I went to PDI, got a year suspension, argued the point, got 2 years suspension.
You're ready for a show because you're still taking drugs. Oh, that's another one we hear. Oh, doing too many shows is unhealthy, really.
Every other sport can have critics and you can have your say, but not in bodybuilding. If you have your say in bodybuilding, you get suspended for life.
But in the echo chambers of bodybuilding, Lee Priest noticed a different tune. In his candid observations, Lee pointed out the restricted freedom to express opinions in bodybuilding. It's like navigating a minefield where one wrong step could lead to consequences. While athletes in other sports can openly discuss bad calls or unfavorable judgments, bodybuilders find themselves tiptoeing around issues, fearing repercussions for dissent. Lee Priest, being the straight shooter that he is, didn't hold back in highlighting the consequences of speaking out in bodybuilding. It's not just a matter of having difference of opinion, it's about navigating a landscape where criticism, even if valid, can lead to raised eyebrows, strained relationships, and in extreme cases, suspension. So here we are, witnessing the irony, a sport that celebrates pushing physical boundaries but hesitates when it comes to pushing verbal boundaries. Candid take on IFBB politics. Lee Priest, the maverick of muscle, didn't just pump iron. He pumped out candid insights into the internal politics of the IFBB. Picture him as the bodybuilding whistleblower, airing out disagreements and controversies that usually stay tucked away from the spotlight. In a sport where flexing on stage is an art, Lee flexes vocal cords to spill the beans on what really goes down in the IFBB corridors. So what did he uncover? The IFBB, like any powerful organization, had its fair share of political maneuvering and behind-the-scenes drama. Lee, never one to tiptoe around uncomfortable truths, exposed these intricacies. From disagreements over judging decisions to controversies surrounding rules and regulations, he peeled back the curtain on the not-so-glamorous side of the bodybuilding politics.
You're probably watching this now, who sit out going, I need a year off, I need another. You can still grow eating clean.
I was 17, I did attain it without drugs, so to say how far I could have gone and how good I could have looked without them, well, like I said, just you can look good without the drugs, and if you want to be healthy and look good, you don't need them, so like I said.
Now here's where it gets interesting. IFBB politics weren't just a spectator sport for Lee. They became a part of his career narrative. His decisions, competitions, and even his public image were all influenced by the ebb and flow of IFBB politics. It's like trying to navigate a bodybuilding chessboard where every move is scrutinized and the consequences are real. Lee's revelations provide us with a rare glimpse into the unseen forces that shape a bodybuilder's journey. The politics weren't just a distant rumble, they were the undercurrents that influenced the tide of his career. From contest choices to outspoken opinions, Lee's path was intricately woven with the threads of IFBB politics. As the dust settles, what remains is a candid tale of bodybuilding icon who wasn't afraid to confront the political elephants in the room. Lee Priest's candid take on IFBB politics is a roller coaster ride through the corridors of power where muscles flex and so do opinions. A double standard. In the vast landscape of sports, critics is often the seasoning that adds flavor to discussions. Referee decisions, coaching strategies, and player performances. No topic is off limits. However, when it comes to bodybuilding, a different script seems to be in play. Let's zero in on the IFBB, the powerhouse governing body of bodybuilding. How does it handle criticism? That's where the plot thickens. Lee Priest, always at the forefront of voicing his opinions, pointed out what he perceived as a double standard in the IFBB's response to criticism. While other sports embrace critic as a natural part of the game, bodybuilding appears to have a more stringent approach. Lee, with his characteristic straight talk, don't shy away from questioning the consequences faced by bodybuilders who openly express dissenting opinions within the IFBB.
Every other sport you can comment about it, athletes can comment about it, say it was a bad call, they weren't happy with it.
You got people that win the Nationals, USA, get their pro card. What are you going to do? I'm going to sit out a year. Why?
But in bodybuilding you can say that's a bad call, or you don't like the way it was judged, you think it's unfair because you do know of.
It's like navigating a tightrope. Critic too much, and you might find yourself facing raised eyebrows, strained relationships, or even suspension. The analysis here isn't just about the IFBB's reaction to criticism, it's about drawing comparisons with other sports. Why the double standard? Why the hesitancy to acknowledge that critic, even when it's frank, can be a catalyst for improvement. As we dissect this intriguing aspect of the bodybuilding world, Lee Priest's viewpoint becomes a guiding light. His observations shine a spotlight on the complexities of expressing dissent within the IFBB and how it differs from the more open landscapes of other sports. Career and controversies. Let's start with the basics. Lee Priest, the maverick of the muscle world, etched his name in bodybuilding history with a sculpted physique that turned heads and a personality that sparked conversations. Achievements. He's got them in spades. From competitions to accolades, Lee's career was a symphony of success that resonated through the bodybuilding community. Now let's dive into the controversies, the spice that adds flavor to any legendary tale. Lee, never one to tiptoe around issues, found himself entangled in controversies, particularly due to his outspoken critics of certain IFBB policies. Picture this: a rebel with a cause, challenging the status quo and participating in non-sanctioned events as a form of protest. The consequence? Suspension from the IFBB, creating ripples that echoed through the bodybuilding world. But let's not stop there. Lee Priest's interaction with IFBB officials weren't just fleeting moments of disagreement. They became pivotal scenes in the drama of his career. His unapologetic opinions and the fallout from the suspension had broader repercussions.
Lee, right? You said that if I don't give the money, you're gonna stand up and walk out of here.
I spoke about, you always made it the truth, so what? You know, he said you can't get sued for the truth, it's the truth, so... And the last time I did a cycle, if I'm being honest, was up to the universe, which was what, last October.
It wasn't just about flexing muscles on stage. It was about navigating a landscape where decisions came with consequences. As we unveil the layers of Lee Priest's career and controversies, we get a front row seat to the complexities of a journey that wasn't just about lifting weights. It was about challenging norms, standing up for beliefs, and facing the music when the notes got too discordant. So here's to Lee Priest, the bodybuilding icon whose career was a canvas painted with achievements, controversies, and decisions that left an indelible mark on the flexing world of muscles and opinions. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.